My viewer experiment is being turned on its ear. I made episode 12. There were no innuendos in the title. I didn't do anything special with the center screenshot. I made it, I uploaded it. The next day I went into it, it already had 20-some views. I guess because I talked about Harry Potter the entire time, I got a different audience of people. I believe that video is now tied for 4th place for the most views. Anyway, this is episode number 13, and I'm actually going to talk to you about the number 13 today. On Wednesday, we took a trip to the book loft in German Village, Columbus, Ohio. I made a video about it, link in the sidebar right there. And the book loft is great for finding books that you wouldn't find in a normal bookstore, and I found one. In the mythology section, I found a book that was entitled 13. So there are a lot of different theories about how the superstition of the number 13 being unlucky got started. But I think my favorite theory actually takes us back quite a bit farther to the days of ancient man. The theory goes that when ancient man was first learning how to count, they could only count as high as 12 because they used their 10 fingers and 2 feet. And so 13 represented something that was beyond their capacity, that was the unknown, the unexplainable, the mysterious. During the 19th century, one of the most popular 13 myths was that if 13 people sat down at a meal together, one of them would die within a year. And so one day, this guy, Captain Fowler, decided he wanted to confound this myth. And so he gathered together a group of 13 people and decided to perform an experiment. These 13 people would get together on the 13th of every month. They would sit down to a meal, and if they all survived a year of doing that, then the superstition would find itself confounded. And if one of them did die, then if the 12 of them were brave enough to try it again, then they would try it again to make sure it wasn't just chance. And so on January the 13th, 1882, at precisely 8:13, the first meeting of the 13 Club occurred. The 13 Club became one of the major social clubs of New York. By 1892, at their 10th anniversary dinner, during which, by the way, all original 13 members of the 13 Club were still very much alive, membership had increased to 1,000 members. Both the myth and the club that was associated with it petered out. By about the mid-20th century, they were pretty much obscured. But the myth about the number 13 still persists today. If you don't believe me, just go to any hotel that is more than 12 stories, get into the elevator, and look to see if there is a button for the 13th story. Even money, you won't find one. After that, walk down one of the corridors and see if there is any room anywhere that has the number 13 in it. Chances are the rooms will skip from 712 to 714. Some hotels might even go so far as to eliminate numbers whose digits add up to the number 13. For instance, room 454 would no longer exist. Triskaidekaphobia, which is a fun word which means the fear of the number 13, still runs rampant even today. Well, that concludes this, my 13th episode of Vlog Driver. I hope no ill will falls on any of my subscribers, and I will see you next time. By the way, whoever my next subscriber is, congratulations. You're subscriber number 13.